It's an amazing mashup of one thing.
Yeah.
And ideas and hooks that we all know and love all together and reworked and reorganized.
I don't know if I can think of another song that does that.
I'm into it. I'm ready. I'm ready for the 90s to
It
come
feels
back.
fresh.
It does.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dead Wax.
Today we're listening to Lizzo and Beyonce.
Wait, should we talk about what's missing today?
This person right here?
There's nobody. It's just us.
Just the two of us.
I
Wow,
think we
I'm a
can-
terrible singer.
We can make it. You're a great singer, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
We can make it if we try. Dead Wax, just the two of us. Wait, I'm gonna just say it before we hit these songs.
I've never heard this song before.
I've never heard the song either, so
This is real reaction that you're about to see. Genuine reactions.
break up twice. I
Cool.
love it. I'm super into that song.
That's a good song.
It's a good song. I love the change in the harmonic rhythm when the chorus hits.
Yeah.
For me, that's like an example of harmony being production.
Yeah.
Because the whole song is like this boom, got chord change, dun, dun, chord change. And then the chorus comes on, it's doom,
Mm-hmm.
and it just it lifts, it makes it feel awesome.
Movement.
Yes.
There's a bunch of interesting things about this song.
Yes, agreed.
I feel like what makes Lizzo is the sort of singing plus the rapping. Her attitude and her personality comes through so strong, and the melodies. The chorus is just like a rip or a nod. That is Lauryn Hill, right?
Yeah, it's Doo Wop, and we have the sample right here. Here's the Lauryn Hill song Doo Wop, which I can't believe this is like a sampled oldie at this point because this song was huge when I was a kid. That's it.
But what's weird about it? Okay, keep playing that. Keep
Yeah.
playing where you stopped.
Okay, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. So
It's a sample of the 90s sampling the 60s.
no, that's not what I was gonna say.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it's like multicultural, generational sampling all being combined into modern music.
But normally, when you sample a song, it's the actual song sped up or slowed down or put through a filter. Like it's the actual recording. She's singing a version of Lauryn Hill's verse melody as her chorus over different chords from that recording.
is that what's going on?
Yes, play the start of the sample.
Here's the start of the sample.
Those are her chorus chords.
Yeah, it's this.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill's singing the melody, the verse melody, over different chords. So she's reharming Lauryn Hill's melody.
Yes.
Over
Lauryn Hill's chords
from
from a different
part
part
of the song. It's just a weird thing.
It's an amazing mashup of one thing.
Yeah.
And ideas and hooks that we all know and love all together and reworked and reorganized.
I don't know if I can think of another song that does that, where she's not sampling it. She's literally like using a verse melody from an old song and kind of stretching it out and reharming it as a chorus melody to a new song.
You know what's so great about that? What I love about that, I remember one time as a young DJ asking somebody, hey, when I sample something, like if I call it a remix, does that mean that I have to use a sample of the original song in my thing, or can I just redo it? And the guy said to me, he was like, there's no rules for this stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, got it. But like,
Who was the guy?
I don't even remember who it was.
Who did you ask that question?
I don't. I think it was some music manager in the industry who was working with DJs, and I was like trying to figure out what I should title on YouTube, and it's all a load of shit because like make something cool, and who cares what it's called?
Yeah.
Like when you hear that, you're like that slaps, and I like it, and who cares what it's called? Is kind of my
that slaps.
that slaps. But it
That
does.
is fire, and I enjoy it.
Can we talk about this weird thing that's happening here with this piano chugs though? Because this is, to me, this is like what is so interesting about the cultural implications of this recording. is just that it is at once the 60s and the 90s coming together in the 20s. It's like a 30-year thing happening. Where the 90s were
Okay,
going
that's a good point.
Those piano chugs that we hear in the verse, right? Not there, which we'll talk about that sample in a second, but there it is. Right. Those piano chugs, that's got this very 60s doo-wop feel. It's exactly what
I mean,
we hear a 60s
also
band doing.
the drum machine that it starts with is kind of an homage to like people were playing along with drum machines, like that Sly Stone record, Fresh.
Late 60s, 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're right. The 90s, it's a sample of a 90s song, which was referencing
A 60s vibe.
60s
We're on
vibe.
a 30-year cycle here.
Right.
And this is, I think, this is the first time where we have two 30-year cycles resampled into each other into a single. Maybe this isn't the first time, but now we're at the point where the 30-year sampling cycle is happening twice.
Yeah. And if you really want to go hard
Yeah.
on this thesis,
Yeah.
you could talk about the horns and how that is kind of paying homage to the big band era.
30s.
Okay, we've got ourselves
Oh my God.
a 30-year cycle situation.
You're right. That is what's happening. The horns have that big band.
I mean, let's go. And if you want to go back even further, what are they playing? They're playing the blues.
yeah.
What was 30 years before big band music? It's all connected. If you want to go back even further, what are they using? Diatonic harmony, pioneered by Mozart.
Yeah,
No.
the analogy breaks down there.
Okay.
We're not going back to Bach.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about this other guitar sample though here.
Yeah, what is this song? So there's two samples in this song.
Yes, and that
What is that?
It is Private Number, William Bell and Judy Clay.
Cool. That's one of those songs that like we've all heard.
We know that guitar line.
Yeah,
It's-
but not a lot of people would know the name of the song.
Yeah, but it makes me, obviously, it brings back a lot of nostalgia for me.
Right.
That little guitar motion.
Yeah.
It's just, I remember that in middle school when I had my hands on the girl's shoulders and we were dancing like this. And she
You
had
slow
my
danced
hands
to
up.
that song
Yes,
in high school?
like this though, not like this because I was too nervous to put my hands on her waist.
Did you not? Did you ever do any grinding at the hotel?
No,
I mean,
all the popular kids were doing that. And
Oh,
I saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you weren't grinding.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
Right. I was
doing
like
the
this.
Frankenstein,
Yeah.
the
like
zombie thing.
6 oranges of distance between us.
I love this song. I think it's substantive in that there's clear sections that make use of harmony and melody. Like when the chorus resolved, or was it the verse that resolved to the 1 to the 2? That
So nice.
Yeah, that felt.
I
like,
hear that as the 3 to the 4, by the way, because I feel like we're in C minor. And when they go to that E
here
flat,
we go again.
when they go to the E flat, it lifts. You're like, oh shit.
Here
that's
we go
beautiful.
again. I would never hear that E flat and think 3.
Okay, let's move
That's
on to Beyonce.
1.
This is us arguing about harmony as a separate show.
I do want to point out, if you look at the comments of our other harmonic debate, I got a lot of people on my side, Smacko.
You are so full of shit. That's not true. Here we go. This is Break My Soul, Beyonce. Here we go.
Baby, you won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
That's
Wow.
That is so hot. I love that. I am super into that song. So smart.
That feels it feels like a really nice balance of a departure from what she's done before. Like that feels pretty fresh. And she's kind of singing differently. It feels like she's singing kind of lower, like with a lower larynx than normal, but it's still the characteristic Beyonce things. One of which is the chord that gets us excited, which is the flat.
That flat
The
two.
flat 2.
What's so smart about that flat 2 though? It works both ways. So we're here, right? We're in A flat minor.
G sharp.
It's A
G
flat
sharp minor. I would say G sharp minor
It's A flat minor.
because we're going to an A.
Okay, here we go. So we go. So that's like 1 to 4, right? But the thing is, if you go to the flat 2,
Yeah.
if you go to the flat 2, you can still put that 4 in the bass, which is kind of what's implied there.
And it makes it
It makes it a flat 2 in first position.
first inversion.
First
Yeah.
version, which is got that Napoleonic kind of
Yeah.
feeling,
Right.
and is just rich and dark and scary as fuck.
Doesn't
and
she-
like visceral? It's such a beautiful chord.
It's really dark and
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
But also uplifting at the same time.
Yeah, that vibe when you're in this key.
Yeah. The key of G sharp.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Flat minor. Now, there's a couple other things I got to point out. This pattern here is immediately 90s to me, and there's three things. It's that one is the rhythm, but let's listen to this pattern again. This is 90s, unmistakably. That organ sound.
Oh yeah.
That's thing
So
number one.
is that a sample though?
Yes. So here, I think here's the original song that they're sampling. But that organ sound is
Wait,
like
we
a
should
hot
talk about-
90s organ sound that we all know from 90s house music.
Right.
And it's a very popular, right? Like this was a meme of the day. And then if you combine that organ sound with this pattern against the 4 on the floor, that's
Yeah.
a 90s house like staple.
Right.
That jukey kind
Now
of rhythm.
play the sample again. This is from a Robin S. song called "Show Me Love."
Okay, here we go. That organ, we all know that organ. I don't know if they actually.
play the Beyonce.
I don't
song
think
again?
they actually used a sample. Maybe it's a different part of the song.
I think they're. You don't think they're using the sample?
Maybe they did, but the point is, it's that sound.
That's the vibe,
That
right.
makes you feel that way.
Right.
And then, so it's the sound, it's the pattern against 4 on the floor, and then
You won't break my soul.
Oh,
Break my soul.
Yeah.
You won't break my soul.
that's a fake piano.
The electric piano.
Electric piano
Yeah.
sound on like a Roland something.
Right.
And that piano sound is such a cheeseball 90s
Yeah.
flag. If you combine those three things, the pattern against the 4 on the floor, that organ sound, that electric piano sound, you are just straight up in 1994 now.
But there's things about it that make it feel timeless. Like the guy, the sort of sampley guy screaming. Play that part just before her vocal
I
comes in.
love that.
Yeah, I mean that's like somebody's playing
A trigger pad.
a trigger pad of what do you think that is? I mean, it conjures up a whole bunch of feelings without knowing what it is.
So that's the point of it, is like, it sounds like there's gunshot. I don't know what the sample is. Maybe we're going to sound like idiots for not knowing what the sample is, but it sounds like there's explosions. That's like visceral thing number 1. This visceral thing number 2 is you can hear his vocal cords ripping,
Yeah.
right? And then it feels like a YouTube meme, internety thing, but it also feels very violent and very
It makes me
aggressive.
think of like Rodney King in the 90s.
It-
Without knowing anything, that's what it makes me feel like.
It feels intense.
Yeah.
And it gets your body in a state for this song. So yeah, like all those things together, plus that genius like harmonic sense that she's got.
Going back to the chords.
Yeah.
Doesn't she do that same move in Single Ladies? Isn't there a flat 2 in the chords of Single Ladies?
No, I don't think Single Ladies is a
Or
flat
it's a flat
2.
6.
Yes, it's a flat 6.
A flat 6. Okay.
Which in Single Ladies it works because she's got this silly children's melody. Which is the melody of Single Ladies.
Right.
But then the chords are she goes, if you like it, then you should bring it. Which is like the most beautiful harmony.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And she does that. She takes these children's melodies and she puts these dark fucking chords
Yeah.
underneath, and it's just gorgeous and scary.
I think that's what makes Beyonce deep and resonate, maybe without people realizing why they resonate so hard with her, is number one, just like her conviction as a singer and as a human being. Like the way that she sings and the way that she writes melodies is so powerful. And even like if you you go back and listen to the melody of this verse, it rides this line of like a strict like melody that you could write out, plus just her kind of like singing and improvising. It has like an improvisational feel, but it still feels structurally sound. And then there's strong melodies mixed with strong conviction, and underneath it's cool harmonic motion. Like the part 3/4 of the way through the song where they reharm and they go to like the flat 6, flat 7 kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just like it moves you on many different levels. I'm a big fan of both of these songs.
I gotta correct my Beyonce Single Ladies harmony. I believe it is.
Yes. Boom, boom. Yeah. It's hard when you've covered a song with 4 different of your bands.
4 different bands. But those are the original chords.
Yeah.
And those are, it's exactly what you were saying. It's saying. It's like this wonderful deep melody or simple melody with these wonderful deep chords underneath.
Okay, we've got to move on.
Okay.
But it's kind of cool, just to tie that up, that both of these legendary singers are coming out strong with new songs that reference the 90s.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I'm into it. I'm ready for the 90s to come back.
It feels fresh.
It does. It feels fresh because everybody right now is doing the 80s thing. The lo-fi
I feel like
80s.
we've been on the 80s thing for 10 years.
I know.
15 years.
Well, that's because we've been in the 30-year cycle.
Exactly.
So the 10s was the time for the 80s. The 20s is the time for the 90s.
Exactly.
We're back.
Jacko.
Yes.
Song recommendations. What's a song you've been listening to recently?
Oh, man. Do you know the song Money is the One True God
Blake Mills.
by Blake Mills?
Yes.
Fuck, I'd never heard this song before. Oh, Blake.
Money is the one true God.
Are you just listening to that record?
Yes, I heard literally the first time I heard that song. I know the other record, Break Mirrors, which I love.
Yes.
But I had not heard this record, and I had not heard this song.
Did you hear the song in the context of the whole record?
I
or
didn't.
How did you come across it?
J.E. Sunday told me about it.
Nice.
And I listened to it, and it's so long and
Yeah.
patient.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the pacing of like early Ridley Scott films, where he's just
Right.
like, this is gonna be great. And I'm not gonna like force feed this to you. You're just gonna let it unfold and you're gonna love it. It's like, it takes such confidence to have that kind of pacing in a song.
Yeah.
And Blake's got that in spades. It just, it unfolds beautifully. And then there's these wonderful little piano moments toward the end, and it's just wild. I love it.
Blake is so good at being amazing at something and then ditching it and doing something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just prodigious guitar player, prodigious producer. And in his solo albums, he does the same thing. He doesn't do what you expect him to do, and he's a legend.
What do you got,
So
Ryan?
great.
What's a song we should listen to?
Actually, on the Blake Mills tip, this is a song that Blake produced. This was the song I was going to bring in. It's called One Step Ahead, and it's a Jack Johnson song.
Jack Johnson.
Have you heard this song?
You played.
I sent this to you.
You did. It's fantastic.
But if everything's changing, plain to see you say, but no one sees face to face, so I
Blake just gets the greatest drum sounds, and the drum sound on this track is really cool.
Go listen to it, One Step Ahead, Jack Johnson, and also check out Money is the One True God by Blake Mills. You will not be disappointed. These are great tracks.
Blake Mills sponsored song recommendation section.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been another episode of Dead Wax. We are psyched to have you watching. Please leave a comment if you got something you think that we should listen to next, and we will see you next week on Dead Wax.
See you next week.
Bye.